So Hannah Hall, tell me about yourself. You're 16 years old and you go to Fayetteville Manlius High School.
Yes. So I am just living it up, junior year in high school, you know. I play field hockey and I started my own club called FM Students for Life, and we're a pro-life group at my high school. That was a little bit of a challenge, but we made it through. We're doing great. And I just have a good knit group of friends that we hang out and like good academics and that type of thing to do in my free time.
Great. Tell me a little bit about your faith. You've attended Steubenville several summers, right?
Yeah.
And that's been pretty miraculous for you.
Yes. So my faith is something that is very near and dear to my heart. My whole life, I was raised in a Catholic church, my family and whatnot, my wonderful parents teaching me the way, but it was never really like, you know, mine. You have to get your faith yourself too, learn how to live it out your own way and whatnot, following the word and living for Jesus. It's all a very complicated thing, right? So you hear about it and, you know, you go to church and it's all great, but it wasn't really until my Steubenville conference that I really started to learn how to go about making that faith my own and really getting into my relationship with God and understanding about this God that accepts you for who you are and thirsts for you, all these like wild concepts. Understanding it is something that's very challenging, but once you do, finding ways to live it out is even harder. So I think that the Steubenville Conference was definitely a first stepping stone in figuring out ways to go about living out my faith as a Catholic.
You've had the honor and the privilege to participate in World Youth Day. You traveled overseas to Poland and Prague, not this last summer, but the summer before.
Yeah.
What was that experience like for you?
It was incredible, just life-changing. Not only did you make a family out of the people that you got to meet, there were people from like 187 out of the 196 countries in the world there, all gathered together. 2 million Catholics in the same place. And it really just opens up your eyes and like to realize that you're not alone. Like growing up in a public high school, it's very easy to be like, all right, am I the only one really trying to do this here and live out that faith? But when you see 2 million people all trying to do the same thing, it just lifts your spirits and you feel so much more united under Christ. Like it's a very strong bond and just an utterly irreplaceable experience.
Hannah, you strike me as somebody who kind of wears their heart, but also your faith on your sleeve.
Yes.
Is that how you would describe yourself?
Definitely. I think that I'm not a shy person per se. So I just trust in God with all my heart, and learning to do that is not always easy. Not going to be able to do it in every situation, but trying your best. And I think that my outgoing personality allows me to be vocal and stand out and say, this is what I believe in, I'm not afraid of it, and I think it's really cool and you should check it out too.
What about all the naysayers? I'm sure you see that.
Haters are my motivators, right? No, but I know they, you know, Jesus freak and the usual like high school names and whatnot, wearing a purity ring around your neck, you know, those types of things make you stand out. But if you look at them with, you know, eyes of Christ lovingly and just show them the kindness that their heart desires too, show them that they're loved even though may not always feel that way all the time, you end up living it out. And being vocal is just like something that I'm not afraid to do, so I use that as a way to live out my faith.